And so let's go to Isaiah 9 um, and verse 1, because it's important again to know the context of where Isaiah 9 and 6 really comes from, because we immediately go to, for unto us a child is born. Yes, we know that for unto us a child is born, but what happened before that?
Yes.
And what was going on in that time period? And the heading in that passage really talks about the birth and reign of the Prince of Peace. So this was just before, it was a pronunciation and a prophetic word that Isaiah had of Jesus prior to his birth, and he prophesied about it. So in verse 1 it says, "But there will be no," and I'm reading the Amplified version. It says, "But there will be no more gloom for her who was in anguish, for with judgment comes the promise of salvation. In earlier times, he treated the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali with contempt, but later on he will make them honored by the presence of the Messiah. By the way of the sea on the other side of the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles." Verse 2 says, "The people who walk in spiritual darkness." Listen to the language and see where we are. It says, "The people who walk in spiritual darkness will see a great light." We're talking about this, really ties into where we are. "Those who live in the dark land, the light will shine on them." Verse 3 says, "O God, you, O God, will increase the nation. You will multiply their joy. They will rejoice before you like the joy and jubilation of the harvest, as men rejoice when they divide the spoil of victory." I want to stop there because up till now, we're talking about before Christ. We're talking about even before his birth. But look at the similarities that Isaiah prophesied about to right now. And so this is before Christ, but now fast forward plus 2,000 years, and we're seeing a lot of the same type of atmospheric things going on. The people in verse 2 who walk in spiritual darkness will see what a great light. How many times have you heard in the last, I'll say 6 to 8 months, about revival?
Yes.
Revival, awakening, all of these things will transpire because of the light of Jesus that comes upon man and upon those that really don't know him. It says, "Those who live in a dark land." The glory of God is coming, so get ready. But where we are, and a lot of times what we attain it to, or we compare it to right now, is we live in a dark land, meaning that the world, the gross darkness is going to increase. But the light will shine on them. In any time you have that gross darkness, the Lord says that the contrast of that is the glory of God, which is the everlasting light that will shine on them. How does the light come? Jesus says, "I am the light of the world." And because he is the light of the world, we have to remember that he has the ability to now bring that light into every being and every soul if they receive him. Verse 3 talks about, "Oh, God will increase the nation. You will multiply their joy." Why? Because the light has come. And then, like the joy and jubilation of the harvest, as men rejoice, they divide the spoil of victory. What will the ultimate harvest? We're always talking about, specifically in the last, I would say maybe year, the great billion soul harvest. This harvest, it's not of a thing, it's a harvest of souls.